They tryna count me out. They gotta be out of their
That
mind.
water. That water.
Didn't make that cover.
that brown
I had to
water.
swallow my pride. Talking that money talk. I hope the feds ain't tapping my line. I got a pocket full of hope. Yeah, the other pocket full of dimes. If you ain't talking about getting rich, well, don't waste my time.
Rapper image, hip hop image rebrand. Does it work? Who did it? How we feel about the rebrand? Chop it up. What we got?
I believe first impression is everything.
So they're all rappers.
Yeah. First impression is everything.
So what that means? So that means if are y'all not with the rebrand or what? This first impression is everything.
I don't think it works.
Yeah, I got a name for you.
Work.
I got a name for you that's going to destroy everything. I got a name for you. Tupac.
I'm ready.
Tupac. That's a rebrand.
Okay.
That's not.
Yeah,
He wasn't definitely. That was the biggest
rebrand,
the most successful rebrand hip hop has ever seen. Because this
no,
was
you're right.
dancing
you're right.
Digital
but
underground.
Yeah, that's true, and I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm gonna say is, with Tupac, he was able to explain himself where we bought whatever he was selling. I don't know how he did it, but he got us to believe whatever he was selling. So when he was selling Brenda Got a Baby, we bought it. When he was selling I Get Around, we bought it. When he was selling Hail Mary, we bought it. I mean, you're right. He can sell us anything, but we believed in Tupac. Like the difference is, we believed in the person.
You
believed
in Tupac. Don't speak for me. I didn't listen.
Okay, well,
when somebody puts Thug Life across his belly, you believe in Tupac.
Believe in it.
But like the rest of the world,
I'm gonna tell you this. He even explained that. Think about that. He even explained that.
He explained what?
6 million records sold. I mean, the Tupac stats are staggering. We're talking about 7 posthumous albums, all of them gold and platinum. We're talking about what other rapper besides him and Biggie got a movie that anybody would ever watch? I mean, like, come on. The fact that we're discussing this man 24 years after his death, that's legendary alone.
Wow, it's been that long.
24 years. He died in 1996. Come on, man.
So
Wow.
obviously you're saying a rebrand can work. So first impressions doesn't always.
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we believed in Tupac. So it didn't matter what he was selling. He could have started selling us bean pies. And everybody would have been like, yo, I'm about to start messing with them bean pies, bro. Like, he could have sold us anything. It's just the aura and the energy that he gave off. We just bought it wholeheartedly. So we wanted whatever he was selling.
Pac, if I could throw my 2 cents in.
Here we go.
Pac has always been a head scratcher to me because I feel like, LO, you're right. We did buy it and it worked. I don't know how, but I think there's certain exceptions in hip hop that you slip through the cracks and somehow we give them a pass that we probably wouldn't have gave the next man a pass. But why did we give him a pass? Like we gave Rick Ross a pass for being a CO and all this shit. And why did we give Pac a pass? Because he was on that dashiki medallion wearing Black consciousness, and then also with that party vibe with the digital underground. But then he also transitioned into that I Get Around Playboy type vibe, which was before Death Row, before the gangster shit. He was this ladies' man, then got knocked on that rape charge, then went to prison, and then Suge got him out, and then that Death Row evolution came about. So to me, I think that whole Pac shit was a little more organic, where it was a steady wave. It wasn't just overnight, he's a thug, and he was wearing medallions before. Because you forget before that, between the medallions and the thug was that Playboy. So it went medallion, Playboy, then thug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of we bought into that thug is because he went to jail off of the strength of the Playboy.
That rebrand seemed to work, even though I think the Death Row pushing that Thug Life, I think that was a little less organic because that went from 0 to 100, and all of a sudden I didn't know if he was in a gang or not. I didn't know dudes fighting at the casino. That went from 0 to 100.
It wasn't 0 to 100 because he was screaming "fuck the police" and all that before Death Row. So you can't really put all the gangster image on Death Row. The man shot at 2 off-duty cops, and that was before Death Row. So, I mean, you know what I mean? You can't really say Death Row, then he just went gangster era.
Yeah, okay.
Can we acknowledge
Yeah, that water, that brown water.
Can we acknowledge though, that term rebranding? I get it from a business standpoint and a marketing standpoint, but can we acknowledge that as men growing through life, there's different chapters, there's different phases, there's different waves.
Definitely.
I think that's just natural as a man. You know what I'm saying? And not even just a man, just as a human. You know what I'm saying?
That
from when you were 18, 25, 35. You know what I'm saying?
But when it comes to the music industry, some of it is calculated to sell records.
Yes.
Some of it is not about the evolution of life.
100%,
in terms of,
I agree.
I was 18 then. Jay-Z, that's natural. We see Jay-Z doing the 444 album. You know, he's not doing You Want Money Like Cosby, I get it. He ain't doing that. So that's natural, I get it. But when we talk about LL Cool J rolling up the pant leg, I don't know how natural that is. You rolled up one pant leg. You used to be Ladies Love Cool J licking your lips. You're not licking your lips anymore. You're in the 4, 3, 2, 1 video trying to fight cannabis. Was that natural? Or was he ever really a ladies' man in the first place? Was he always the roll up the pants leg? Because the roll up the pants leg was mama gonna knock you out, you know? So what we doing with LL? Was that a rebrand or was that a natural progression?
I don't think it's a rebrand. I don't think anybody is the same every day. I mean, come on, you can't play the same role every day. Fabulous. Look at all them ladies songs Fabulous got. But then he put out Keeping It Gangsta. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to hear 26. You cannot put out an album with 13 lady songs on it. You can't put out, you get what I'm saying? You have to mix it up, man.
Do gangsters mix it up? Do gangsters mix it up?
They got party songs.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Gangsters do mix it up.
And what? Oh.
Maker's Mark.
Yeah. So with that said, right? When it comes to the rebranding,
yes, sir.
Is it truly a rebrand? You know what I'm saying?
I think some record labels sit down. I think some record labels do sit down and say, look, we're going to do this with your image and we're going to push this narrative of your image. I want to talk about, so we do say that it can't be successful. There's another artist that had a rebrand that kind of worked for a little bit, and that's MC Hammer. MC Hammer was a dancing machine dude, and then he came out, he was with Suge Knight, right? So he had the Tupac thing happen to him.
But would you say that was successful? You would say that was successful?
I was rocking pumps in the blunt. You know, he was
all right, hold on. I'm not gonna judge one song, but this is what I will say. Say that was successful?
I was rocking pumps in the
You come out. If you come out as MC Hammer, hold up. Let me make some quick points.
Man, you wasn't rocking the leather jacket hammer? The leather jacket hammer was on your neck.
Listen, I don't know MC Hammer as a person, but we're talking about image. Well, Maynard obviously didn't buy it. Now,
Yeah,
I'm debating on the word successful rebrand. So now I'm debating. MC Hammer comes out, right? And he's pumping I Gotta Pray, and then what was the other? You Can't Touch This. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the big single. So now he
Batman.
goes Diamond.
Batman.
Diamond. Hold up. He goes
Too
Diamond.
Legit to
off
Quit.
You Can't Touch This.
Yeah.
Too Legit to Quit. Same album.
Yeah.
He goes Diamond off of that. Then Kobe says that he had a successful rebranding with Pumps and the Bumps, which, I mean, did it even go gold? So if you just went Diamond.
No, I'm kind of trolling with that. Nah, yeah, that was not a successful.
Okay.
That was not a successful rebrand. But that's not an evolution. That's a big point of the record label saying, this is what we're gonna do, Hammer. We want you to do that. We want you to do this.
And it failed miserably.
And it failed
There's
miserably.
only 2 rappers that successfully went from gangster to not gangster, and you want to know who those 2 are?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Sean Corey Carter
Mm.
and who else? Joe Cartagena. Yes, I said it.
Fat Joe.
Joe Cartagena.
Fat
He's
Joe
a ladies' man now.
Fat Joe is not a ladies' man now.
That nigga's a ladies' man.
Fat Joe is not a ladies' man now.
That nigga's a ladies' man.
Nah, you out of control, man. Fat Joe is not a ladies' man now. He is not. He's still talking that talk, man. He's still talking
Every
that talk.
song the nigga done put out in the past 3-4 years has been about the ladies.
No, you
Right or wrong?
You got a point. You got a point.
I mean, but he's always
Fat Joe's the man.
had good bangers for the ladies.
Yeah, he always did. That still goes in the gangster image, though. I still Fat Joe lyrics are still going to be like he'll put those things on you. I still feel like he's going to put that.
That was his reputation. That was his reputation.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
right.
And that was all an authentic representation
You right.
or reputation. Because from my cousin, knowing motherfuckers out there in the Bronx, he was a 70s baby, early 70s baby. He said he knows people who knows Joe, and Joe is talking that real
Like,
shit.
man, you brought up Fat Joe, and you said Jay-Z. They went from gangster to a different image. What about the dude from the Clips, man? I don't know if he was putting out records, but one of the brothers was like, he's not talking that gun talk no more. I'm not talking that gun talk. I'm more
Malice.
about what's that?
Yeah, he went from Malice to no Malice.
Yeah, to no Malice.
Yeah.
Did it work for him? Can he pull that off? Like,
I don't know anything he put out.
Yeah, no.
Now he could have wrote some books or something probably, and that would have worked. Like, telling his life story or something like that. See, there's a way to rebrand yourself where people will buy into it and continue to support you. So I just think you have to take the time when you're going to rebrand yourself or change your lane. You got to think about what you're doing and see how can I make sure that I continue to be accepted.
I just thought of one. Andre 3 Stacks. Andre 3 Stacks started out kind of gangster in the idea of what Atlanta gangsterism is.
Yeah.
So he was talking about smoking weed.
You're right. You're right.
And then a complete alien type image now.
And it works. And it works. And it feels good. Like we all embrace Andre.
The hey ya is completely different than Crumbling Herb.
Yeah.
Back when it was Southern Playalistic Cadillac music and all that.
That's a good point. So, and it feels organic with Andre, man. You just feel it like that's a good point. Andre, that's a good one. And it wasn't a gangster image, so yeah, okay. But
you know what? Big Boy helped it. Big Boy helped that image by staying true to who he was and steady. He didn't switch up. So I think that helped Andre in his ability to switch up.
Yeah. Yeah, because if Andre came out on his own and we seen a Hey Ya the next day, like, yeah, we probably would have looked at him a little different.
Mainstream hip hop fans are dumb. The real hip hop fans are not.
That's gonna be the next podcast. That's gonna be the next podcast. Okay. Hip hop fans are the dumbest fans in the world.
No, mainstream, man.
No, all of them. Underground, all of them. The dumbest
Hey, it's
fans
gonna be a good. It's
ever.
gonna be a
You
good.
got
Music hustling, ducking the rap task force. Man, I'm just trying to cop my man's a Porsche. Writing these drugs into my hands.